Hey, this is Pat Topping, and this is week 2 of my poetry vlog series. This week's episode will contain the poem Dulce Et Decorum Est Pro Patria Mori, or just Dulce Et Decorum Est, actually, by Wilfred Owen. So let's just get this started. Dulce Et Decorum Est is a poem written by Wilfred Owen during World War One, about World War One and his experience there. And for those of you who don't know, Wilfred Owen died in World War One, so this is kind of a special poem written by a man very close to his own death. And so I would like to thank Wilfred Owen uh, for writing the poem, and I would like to thank famouspoetsandpoems.com for the copy of it. And so let's go. Let's do this. Dulce et Decorum Est by Wilfred Owen. Bent double like old beggars under sacks. Knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through the sludge. Till on the haunting flares we turned our backs and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched to sleep. Many had lost their boots but limped on bloodshot. All went lame. All blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of tired, outstripped 5-9s that drop behind. Gas. Gas! Quick, boys! An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling, and floundering like a man in fire or a lime. Dim, through the misty panes and thick green light as under a green sea. I saw him drowning. In all my dreams, before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the wide eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face like a devil sick of sin, if you could hear, at every jolt, the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cut of vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, Dulce et Decorum Est Pro Patria Mori. Alright, thank you. For those of you who don't know what Dulce et Decorum Est Pro Patria Mori means, essentially it's an old Latin phrase that says it's sweet and proper to die for one's homeland, or fatherland. And so we move on in this week's episode to getting up and lying down by myself. This is a really nice poem. I like it a lot. It's really simple, and I like it a lot. So let me just pull this up here on my computer. Yeah, just a sec, making a last minute change so I don't fuck up when I read it. Okay. Alright. There we go. That was the edit. Thanks for staying with me. If you did. If not, I'm sorry for losing you. Okay. Here we go. Part 1, Getting Up. I awake to golden slivers slipping through the blinds, catching dust and tossing it carelessly in lazy circles above my nightstand, which, in the day, looks dull and clunky. I pull my creaking legs over the bed and plunge my feet into the loose carpeting on the floor. A yawn, a stretch, maybe 2 stretches if there's time, and I walk down the wooden floors of my hall to the Picasso blue bathroom. First, a shower to invigorate the senses. I use Zest soap because of its snappy name, and then it's time to brush my teeth. I love the taste of toothpaste. It clears my mouth of the stale taste of the previous evening, and soon the last of my day is gone, eradicated from my tongue its last stronghold. I get dressed, run down the clunky wooden steps, and into my kitchen where I make coffee. And I sit as it brews silently into the background of my consciousness. For the first time, I have no wants or cares except to stare carelessly out my bay window into the caressing warm hand of the sunrise, and smile at the children trudging to school, holding on to the last moments of sleep, or clutching at their mothers' necks. It never ends. I stand for 10 minutes and breathe ceaselessly and think ceaselessly, and understand that I am fully alive and awake, and that I am actually breathing. And I stand tall, facing the sun, which looks huge but friendly, an ally in my war against the world. And soon the coffee is done. I fill my travel mug to the brim, and take one first sip still standing at the window. And then I'm evaporated into the world, only to fall silently, pitter-pattering in my bed, in the night to sleep the day I've just had away, and to only get up once more the next morning. Part 2, lying down. Alright. I drive home past all the palaces of gold, happy portraits of happy people. I look in one house with pillars and a fountain, and the family is playing a board game. I imagine as little Timmy sets up his hotel on boardwalk. His dad tousles his hair while slowly stroking his mother's hand. Happy portraits. I feel like a pervert drooling over these visions. I drive down and pass my happy friends, my happy relatives, my happy brothers, and my happy sisters. At the bottom of a monstrous hill, I'm home. The lonely, dark two-story at the bottom of the neighborhood. I let myself out of the car, and I let myself into the dark house. No lights on. Nobody home. I flip the light and set down my coffee cup. Empty now. I climb the creaking stairs while loosening my tie and unbuttoning my shirt, and tossing my jacket onto the floor, I undress. Standing nude before my bed in the stark, lonely moonlight, I stretch my stiff body and lay down with mussy hair that gets in my eyes. Tossing it out of my face, my eyes jam shut, and the silence pulsates in my ear like breathing. Another day, and then it's over, and I've gone to sleep. No lullaby, no bedtime story, no. Not for me. I'm an adult. We lie down and go to sleep. Alright, thank you for tuning in this week. I hope you did. And tune in next week as I recite some more lovely poetry. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, see ya.